Hello, my name is Shannon, and this is my ADHD journey. About a little less than a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with ADHD. I am 40 years old, so this is a later in life diagnosis. And like many people, especially many adults who were diagnosed late in life, it was kind of a surprise to me. Then again, I suppose some people it's no surprise at all. It was a surprise for me though, because my idea of ADHD was really related to my brother, my mom, and how I was nothing like them. I'm seeing now smaller ways in which I am like them, but the primary thing is that I struggle a lot with motivation, especially when it comes to taking care of myself, drinking enough water, eating the right foods, all of that kind of stuff. And lately, because I have had a major life change, I just graduated with a master's degree earlier this year. I've become a mental health counselor, registered associate, which is just a fancy way of saying that I'm working towards being fully licensed. And I think that because I'm so busy and because I'm so tired all the time from extremely rewarding but exhausting job, I don't take care of myself and I feel too tired to do so by the end of the day. So I took to AI and I kind of engaged with a dialogue about barriers that I have to taking care of myself and how I can get on track, especially being 40 years old and kind of looking at the rest of the latter half of my life and what I want that to look like. And I decided that I want that to look like me being my favorite person in the world. Not just my husband, not my friends or family, but me. Really prioritizing the one person that I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with, which is me. So, where to start, right? That sounds overwhelming. That sounds extremely overwhelming. In some reflection, I determined that it's something that I have to do is start really small. And for those of you with ADHD, you probably recognize that starting small feels inconsequential, right? Like it's not enough. It's also not that kind of immediate reward that those of us with ADHD really seek. So it's hard. My journey that I am looking to really share here is a journey of small habits. Rusty, but restarting. So what that means is I am planning on using this as a way to both hold myself accountable, hopefully, and a way to really just kind of share this journey. And I'd like to invite any of you who could benefit from this along with me. I'm calling this Rusty but Restarting because it came on the heels of a conversation with my supervisor, and I was likening this kind of life change to trying to restore a really old vehicle that is just covered in rust, right? And knowing logically that removing the rust is the first step, but feeling overwhelmed and also like impulsively wanting everything to just be restored all at once. But you can't restore an entire car all at once. You have to remove the rust first before you add the primer and the paint. And that's not even to say about everything that's under the hood. Don't look to me for details. I am not a car expert, but that was the analogy I came up with. This is likely to be the longest video that I post on all of this, so let's make a long story as short as possible, which is to say that when I went to AI and had this conversation with it, it helped me determine what were my rust spots, and I determined that really there were two major things that could help me the most that I needed to start with, and that is drinking water first thing in the morning and eating breakfast within the first hour of my morning. So that is the journey that I am on, and I hope to create more videos. I hope to add more steps as I go, but I have not yet determined how long I'm going to be doing the water and breakfast thing. So all of that is to say that if you are somebody who is struggling with executive function, motivation, ADHD, any kind of neurospiciness, and you just want to make some small changes, restore your rest with me. Join me on this journey, and let's start with a small habit that can hopefully build momentum and get us healthy again. I look forward to working with all of you guys and seeing you along on my journey.